welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the complex and, at times, troubling world of Sean Diddy Combs. For decades, Diddy has been one of the most successful figures in the entertainment industry. But behind the glamorous facade, many celebrities have shared stories, warnings, and subtle hints about a darker side to the mogul. From shady business practices to personal scandals, these 10 celebrities may have been trying to tell us something all along. Was Diddy's success built on more than just talent? Let's get into it. 1. Tupac Shakur. First on our list is Tupac Shakur, whose legendary feud with Biggie Smalls and the East Coast-West Coast rap war is etched into hip-hop history. While most of the beef was framed as a rivalry between Tupac and Biggie, Tupac made it clear that he believed Diddy, the mastermind behind Bad Boy Records, played a key role in escalating tensions. In a series of interviews and even in his music, Tupac accused Diddy of being involved in setups and fueling violence behind the scenes. Tupac's iconic song, Hit 'Em Up, featured scathing lyrics aimed not just at Biggie, but also at Diddy. Many fans now look back on Tupac's words as an eerie premonition, as his warnings came just before both he and Biggie were tragically killed. Tupac's accusations against Diddy weren't just about music. They hinted at something far darker. He once famously said in an interview, "Bad boys got a lot of secrets." Though many people dismiss Tupac's words as part of the feud, they might have been a crucial clue into Diddy's behind-the-scenes actions in the industry. 2. Suge Knight, 4 minutes. Suge Knight, the controversial and feared co-founder of Death Row Records, has made no secret of his disdain for Diddy. At the 1995 Source Awards, Suge famously threw shade at Diddy with his now legendary remark, "If you don't want the executive producer dancing all in the videos, come to Death Row." But behind this public dig was a deeper resentment. In interviews, Suge has implied that Diddy was more than just a flashy businessman. He was a key player in the East Coast-West Coast war that ended in tragedy. Suge has even gone as far as to suggest that Diddy had more knowledge about Biggie's murder than he ever let on. Suge's comments over the years have only gotten more cryptic, particularly when discussing the 1997 murder of Biggie Smalls. Many believe Suge was alluding to a conspiracy, claiming that Diddy wasn't just a rival but potentially someone with darker involvement in the chaos that ensued during the 1990s. Whether or not Suge's statements were personal grudges or legitimate warnings, they've left a lasting impact on how we view the feud and Diddy's role in it. 3. Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams, known for her sharp tongue and no-holds-barred approach to celebrity gossip, had been warning the world about Diddy long before her daytime TV fame. In the 90s, while hosting her radio show, Wendy regularly hinted at Diddy's behind-the-scenes dealings, suggesting that there were rumors of control, manipulation, and even more sinister activities. Diddy and his team were reportedly not happy about Wendy's comments, and it's said that she faced industry pushback for her unfiltered takes on his personal life. Wendy dropped multiple hints that Diddy wasn't the benevolent mogul he appeared to be. She once mentioned on her radio show that people with too much power get used to stepping on others. While Diddy's lawyers often tried to silence these accusations, Wendy stood her ground, making it clear she was privy to information the public wasn't ready to hear. As her career evolved into television, she would occasionally bring up Diddy's name in conversations about manipulation and exploitation, though she's been careful not to be as direct as she once was. 4. Mase. Mase, the rapper whose smooth style helped define the bad boy sound in the late 90s, was once one of Diddy's most prized artists. But over the years, their relationship soured. In 2020, Mase shocked fans when he publicly accused Diddy of exploiting him and refusing to return the publishing rights to his own music. Mase claimed that despite his years of loyalty and success under Bad Boy Records, Diddy still wouldn't sell him back his rights unless he paid millions, far more than he originally sold them for. In an Instagram post, Mase wrote a scathing message to Diddy saying, "You still got my publishing from 24 years ago in which you gave me $20K. I offered you $2 million in cash just a few days ago to sell me back my publishing. Your response was, if I can match what the European guy offered him, that would be the only way." Mace's frustration wasn't just about money, it was about respect. He was essentially telling the world that Diddy had no problem taking advantage of those closest to him if it meant making a profit. Many now see Mace's post as a warning about Diddy's willingness to put business over relationships. 5. Aubrey O'Day. Aubrey O'Day, a former member of the girl group Danity Kane, has been outspoken about her negative experiences working with Diddy on making the band. In various interviews, Aubrey has detailed what she describes as a toxic and manipulative environment created by Diddy. She claimed that he controlled nearly every aspect of their careers, from their creative choices to their personal lives. Aubrey has even suggested that Diddy went as far as to pit the group members against each other to maintain control. In an explosive interview, Aubrey revealed that Diddy's manipulation went beyond the show, saying he would tell us we weren't good enough, that we'd never make it without him, and constantly keep us feeling insecure. While Danity Kane found some success, their time with Bad Boy Records was short-lived, and Aubrey has consistently hinted that Diddy's control was the main reason for the group's downfall. Her warnings speak to a larger narrative about Diddy's alleged treatment of women and artists under his management. 6. The Lox. The Lox, composed of Jadakiss, Styles P, and Chic Louch, were once one of the most promising groups signed to Bad Boy Records, but their time under Diddy's label quickly became a nightmare. In the early 2000s, the Lox publicly fought to get out of their contract with Bad Boy, accusing Diddy of unfair business practices and refusing to release their publishing rights. In one particularly heated radio interview, Jadakiss and Styles P called out Diddy, saying that he was intentionally holding them back and exploiting their talent for his own gain. The Lox's battle with Diddy became so intense that they even started a Free the Lox campaign. Their warnings were clear. Diddy wasn't the supportive label head he appeared to be, and working with him could mean signing away your creative freedom. Styles P once said, "Diddy's a businessman first, and sometimes that means stepping on the people who made you money." Their legal fight eventually ended, but the Lox's words have served as a cautionary tale for other artists considering working with Diddy. 7. 50 Cent. 50 Cent is no stranger to beef, and over the years, he's taken quite a few shots at Diddy. Whether it's through social media or in interviews, 50 Cent has made numerous cryptic comments about Diddy's personal life and business practices. While some of his remarks are more lighthearted and playful, others carry a more serious undertone. In particular, 50 has hinted at Diddy's questionable relationships with his artists and his alleged involvement in various industry scandals. One of 50 Cent's more pointed accusations came when he implied that Diddy wasn't loyal to his artists, often leaving them high and dry when they were no longer profitable. In a radio interview, 50 said, "Diddy's about Diddy, and when you're not making him money, he doesn't care what happens to you." Many fans saw this as a subtle warning about Diddy's priorities and how he treats those around him. 8. Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim and Diddy were once close collaborators, with Diddy playing a major role in shaping Kim's early career. However, over the years, their relationship became strained. While Lil' Kim has never fully spoken out against Diddy, she's dropped hints that suggest their partnership wasn't always smooth sailing. In interviews, Kim has alluded to feeling underappreciated and controlled during her time with Bad Boy Records. Though Kim has remained relatively tight-lipped about the specifics, her comments have led many to speculate that she too experienced the darker side of Diddy's business tactics. Some believe that her warnings have been subtle but clear. Working with Diddy might come with strings attached. 9. Gene Deal. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, has been one of the most vocal critics of the music mogul in recent years. In multiple interviews, Gene has shared disturbing stories from his time working with Diddy, particularly around the time of Biggie Smalls' murder. According to Gene, Diddy knew more about the events leading up to Biggie's death than he's ever admitted publicly. He's accused Diddy of putting his own safety above that of his artists, including Biggie. Gene has also spoken about the dangerous situations he witnessed while working for Diddy, including drug-fueled parties and violent altercations. His warnings are some of the most damning, as they come from someone who was once part of Diddy's inner circle. Gene has consistently urged fans to look deeper into Diddy's past, suggesting that the mogul has been hiding the truth for years. 10. Mark Curry. Rapper and former Bad Boy artist Mark Curry didn't just warn us about Diddy, he wrote a book about it. In his 2009 memoir, Dancing with the Devil, How Puff Burned the Bad Boys of Hip-Hop, Curry detailed his experiences working with Diddy and how he felt exploited and manipulated by the label head. Curry's book paints a picture of a ruthless businessman who prioritized his own success over the well-being of his artists. Curry claimed that Diddy would regularly withhold money from his artists and take credit for their work. He also suggested that Diddy's charming public persona was just a facade, hiding a much more calculating and selfish individual. Curry's book serves as one of the most comprehensive warnings about Diddy's business practices, offering first-hand accounts of how the mogul allegedly mistreated those who helped build his empire. From Tupac and Suge Knight to Maze and Aubrey O'Day, the warnings have been there for years. These celebrities tried to tell us about the darker side of Diddy, and with more stories coming to light, many are starting to wonder if they were right all along. While Diddy's legacy in the music industry is undeniable, these accusations paint a much more complicated picture. What do you think? Were these celebs right to sound the alarm, or is there more to the story? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of entertainment. The shocking scandals of P. Diddy, uncovering his darkest secrets. Welcome back to our channel where we break down the biggest stories in entertainment. Today, we're diving into one of the most shocking and controversial figures in the music world, Sean Diddy Combs. Known for his groundbreaking contributions to hip-hop, a luxurious lifestyle, and a string of successful business ventures, Diddy's name has also become synonymous with controversy, particularly in recent months. From accusations of sexual misconduct, racketeering, and drug use, to chilling testimonies from his inner circle, Diddy's reputation is facing its biggest test yet. We'll explore the rise and fall of a music mogul, and how these dark secrets are threatening to unravel his legacy. Buckle up. This is a story that spans decades, filled with twists, shocking revelations, and scandals that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about Diddy. Before we dive into the recent scandals, let's first set the stage. Sean Diddy Combs, also known as Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, and now just Diddy, is one of the most successful music moguls of all time. He founded Bad Boy Records in 1993 and quickly became synonymous with hip-hop's golden era, working with icons like the notorious B.I.G., Lil' Kim, and Mace. Diddy's influence was undeniable. He turned Bad Boy into a powerhouse label that shaped the culture of music, fashion, and lifestyle. He wasn't just a record executive. Diddy was the blueprint for the modern-day music entrepreneur, launching clothing lines, alcohol brands, and even venturing into reality TV. By the early 2000s, he had solidified his place as one of the most powerful figures in entertainment. But even as Diddy reached the heights of success, there were whispers of a darker side. Numerous artists who worked under the Bad Boy banner, including Mace and the Lox, have come forward over the years, accusing Diddy of shady business practices. In a particularly public dispute, Maze, one of Bad Boy's biggest stars, accused Diddy of holding him back financially and creatively. He claimed Diddy refused to sell him the publishing rights to his music unless he paid an exorbitant amount, an accusation that painted Diddy as a controlling figure who prioritized profits over the well-being of his artists. Similar stories came from the Lox, who famously waged a "Free the Lox" campaign, demanding to be released from their contract with Bad Boy. For these artists, working with Diddy was a double-edged sword. He could launch you to stardom, but he would maintain control long after your hit records were made. One of the most explosive scandals to hit Diddy's empire came from his longtime ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. In November 2023, Cassie filed a civil lawsuit accusing Diddy of sexual assault, physical abuse, and emotional manipulation during their on-and-off relationship, which lasted over a decade. According to the lawsuit, Cassie alleges that Diddy subjected her to years of violence, coercion, and abuse. She claims that he forced her into non-consensual sexual acts with other men, introduced her to a lifestyle filled with drugs, and manipulated her into staying in the relationship under the guise of love. The lawsuit includes claims of physical violence, recounting incidents where Diddy allegedly punched her in the face, leaving her bruised and traumatized. Cassie's revelations sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, with many calling Diddy's behavior predatory and abusive. In her testimony, she described feeling trapped, fearful, and unable to escape his control due to his power and influence. Although Diddy quickly settled the lawsuit, reportedly for millions of dollars, the damage to his public image was already done. But Cassie's allegations are just the tip of the iceberg. As more details emerged, other women came forward with their own disturbing accounts of what they called freak off parties, reportedly organized by Diddy. These parties, which have been described as drug-fueled sexual escapades, allegedly involved coerced sexual activities, sometimes with multiple participants, and were orchestrated by Diddy himself. One of the most alarming claims is that Diddy used his power and influence to manipulate women into these situations, providing drugs like ecstasy and ketamine to lower their inhibitions. Some of these events were even filmed without the participants' consent, raising serious legal and ethical concerns about violation of privacy and consent. These allegations have painted a picture of a man who used his fame and fortune to exploit those around him, creating an environment where abuse of power was normalized. Alongside the personal accusations, Diddy has also faced serious criminal allegations. In August 2024, federal investigators reportedly indicted Diddy on charges of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. These charges stemmed from years of investigation into his business dealings, particularly the way he allegedly used his influence to run a criminal enterprise. The indictment claims that Diddy orchestrated a network that facilitated illegal activities, from drug distribution to sex trafficking. These allegations are shocking, not just because of their severity, but because they suggest a much larger and more organized criminal element within Diddy's world. If proven true, these charges could result in lengthy prison sentences and the total dismantling of his empire. The response from the music industry has been mixed. While some artists have come forward to defend Diddy, others have expressed their disappointment and shock over the accusations. Fans, too, have been divided, some finding it hard to believe that a man who contributed so much to hip-hop could be capable of such acts, while others feel betrayed by the revelations. Big names like Jay-Z, Mary J. Blige, and even longtime friends like French Montana have remained relatively silent, leading to speculation about whether the industry is protecting one of its most powerful figures or if they are distancing themselves to avoid getting caught up in the scandal. So can Diddy come back from this? Over the years, Diddy has been known for his resilience. He's reinvented himself multiple times, from Puff Daddy to Diddy, from artist to mogul, and from label head to TV star, but this scandal cuts deeper than any before. The allegations touch on abuse, coercion, and exploitation, things that are difficult to bounce back from in today's climate of accountability. Some believe that his business acumen and network of powerful connections could help him weather the storm. Others think that these scandals have marked the beginning of the end for Diddy's reign over hip-hop and pop culture. Sean Diddy Combs has built a career and legacy that few can rival, but as these scandals continue to unfold, we're left questioning how much of his success came at the expense of others. From personal accusations of abuse and manipulation to serious federal charges, Diddy is facing a reckoning that could forever change his legacy. What do you think? Will Diddy overcome these controversies, or are we witnessing the downfall of one of music's biggest icons? Let us know in the comments below, and if you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into the biggest stories in entertainment. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for more breaking news and in-depth coverage of the entertainment world.